Back in Albany, New York, the opening weekend of the 2023 PLL season, as the Waterdogs open defense of their title against Chaos, the team who they vanquished last September to take home the trophy. Andy Towers is looking for a little bit of payback, as is Blaze Reardon in net. PLL on ESPN is powered by Ticketmaster. Chris Cotter alongside Ryan Boyle and Paul Carcaterra. Carc, we had the opener yesterday, 2 games, all kinds of excitement. If that's any indication of what we're going to see this year, I'm really looking forward to it.
Season started out with a bang.
Oh, yeah.
When you think of a day, I don't remember a day with as many jaw-dropping type goals. From Ryder Garnsey to Connor Fields, it was complete insanity, and we have some stars today, Boyle.
That's right. Michael Sowers of the defending champ Waterdogs. Expect more highlights out of him. An illustrious college career at Princeton and Duke. His 21 season got cut short by a concussion, battled back. Last year, what did he do? Breakout season. Nobody can match his foot quickness, his ability to create his own shot, his ability to distribute the rock. All he did last year was lead the Waterdogs to a championship and take home championship MVP.
Not the only star on this team, though, Carc. They can fill it up. And Boyle, let's take a look at this lineup here, all powered by Ticketmaster.
Let's start with the defense. They're led by Ben Randall. He is their top one-on-one cover guy. Expect him to match up with the Chaos's best offensive player. In the midfield, Zach Currier, 1 of 1. He is the ultimate Swiss Army knife. He does a little bit of everything out of the field. We talked about Sowers. Don't sleep on Kieran McCardle. First last year in terms of assists, second in points, and Caraway, they picked up the righty sharpshooter and Brown.
Well, all the star power is going to have to beat arguably the best goaltender in the league, Carc.
Well, PLL MVP in 2021, the big boss, Blaze Reardon. A big body, incredible hand speed, and his IQ is off the charts. He gets in the head of all shooters. And Quint is downstairs with 0 and white.
Playing back at home, and this crowd gave you an ovation. What was your response to the ovation when your name was announced?
Yeah, I love this place. I call this place home. They've been with me from the start. They love the game of lacrosse, and here we are.
What's it like to be a pro goalie in this league?
Yeah, it's fun. It's a challenge. Life's all about challenges and overcoming them, and today's a great day for one.
Thank you, Blaze.
Chaos lineup powered by Ticketmaster.
The best defense in the league, beefed up with the rookie Will Bowen, who is aggressive and has extreme length. At the midfield, expect Brian Minikis, the rookie out of Georgetown, to be the Chaos's best dodging effort in terms of the way he breaks a defense down. Jacob Patterson, well, he attended the same school as Blaze Reardon. He's back in Albany, and Ryan Smith, part of that 2021 PLL Championship Chaos team.
Face-off is going to be very interesting. If you saw the 2 games yesterday, a little bit of a different dynamic this year with the new 32-second shot clock off the draw. And Nick Rowlett, the rookie from Michigan, is going to be tested here early, taking on Zach Tucci, second-year man from North Carolina.
I like the pickup by Andy Towers going after Rowlett, because if you watch him on tape, in college at Michigan, he is a big-time athlete. He can scrap and really good on ground balls as well. So I think the rules fit Rowlett.
We introduce you to Blaze Reardon in goal for Chaos. On the other side for Waterdogs, Matt DeLuca is going to get the start for the Dogs in purple and black. First of 2 today, here from Albany. We'll be on ESPN Plus at 3:30 as Michael Sowers offers best of luck, best wishes to the Chaos on the defensive end, and we're just moments away from getting started. With the 32-second shot clock off the draw, it's imperative that you win the clamp, you get possession, and you get it into the offensive end and into your offensive players' sticks very quickly. Tucci initially won possession, but now it's on the ground. Waterdogs pick it up with who else? Zach Currier.
Yeah, expect to see a lot of that. There's no 2 better wings in the league than Currier and Reese.
Currier's going to get a look here, and he scores. Waterdogs quickly open their defense with a goal and go up 1-0.
You called him a Swiss Army knife. because of his ability to do everything on the field. There is not a more complete midfielder in the universe than Zach Currier. He uses that two-man game. He's the picker originally, and then the shooter off the two-man game.
Yeah, and face-off offense is a huge part of this Waterdogs total offensive package. Currier's ability to pick up a ground ball, stay on a field, immediately get involved in a two-man game. On the first replay, you can actually see Waterdogs running in extra midfielders. They attack early and often.
Rowlett wins his first face-off as a pro. Now Chaos, first time of the day, 6v6. You saw Brian Minikis, there he is at X, playing attack today. Rookie out of Georgetown. It looked like he may have stepped out of bounds on the end line. That's right where the end zone starts here on the field here at Casey Stadium, so a mistake by Minikis early. You can hear somebody yelling out that the goal line is out of bounds. So the football field line sometimes a little deceiving to the viewers and the players alike. Currier again. I mean, he's got to love that short stick matchup. Behind the back pass. Plays with the save. Big physical play near the end line. Big ground ball.
Michael Sowers is as tough as they come, but I don't think that's a fight he wants to pick, Kark.
No. There is some length and muscle on this Chaos defense. Super aggressive, and the wingspan can devour the smaller but speedy Sowers.
Now up top, Evan Zinn. That's interesting, number 3 in white. Evan Zinn, who was kind of a two-way guy, D-midi for Virginia. Going to see a lot on the offensive end, and shot from Minikis. Doesn't find the back of the net.
Minikis can really run. He's got legit acceleration. Dusted his man.
Matt Witcher, D-midi. Now they'll sub out. He takes a shot and scores!
Incredible hesitation here by Witcher in transition. Not really known for his offensive prowess, but senses the moment. You can see him dodge, kind of hesitate back up. The overreaction, and then Chaos just leave him all by himself. Aggressively re-attacks. Beautiful placement on this shot. That bottom low corner.
I think Witcher used extreme lacrosse IQ there, because Chaos had 2 short stick defenders, right? And I think they were kind of in flux in terms of who's guarding Witcher. Once he found out that both were shading away from him, he sealed that opening.
I don't think Witcher had a goal all of last year. He's got one in the first couple of minutes of this season. Ground ball out of bounds. Last touched by the Dogs, so it'll be Chaos ball.
No goals last regular season. He had some timely goals in the playoffs.
Yep. I remember us saying, who is this guy, right? He popped out of nowhere, but down the stretch for a PLL title, and the Waterdogs and Andy Copen. Quint mentioned earlier too, Brian Minikis with the ball, 7 in white, elite speed. Kind of reminds me of Jordan Wolf, whose pro career was outstanding playing for Chrome.
Jackson got in the middle of the field, couldn't get it to Zinn. Now he chases it down, and Zinn can't pick it up. That is an unforced error against Chaos. Waterdogs will look to move quickly.
Defense should be the strong point of this Chaos team so far today. Those 2 goals, poor communication on the pick, poor communication between midfield defenders. They've got to be on the same page.
Here comes Sowers. Look at the quickness. Blaze is there, though, protecting the near pipe.
And Quint, to your point, what they're trying to do is trap offensive players back. You saw it on the previous one with Witcher. Right there, Scarpello, number 50. He went and set a pick for Sowers. So they're trying to trap guys like Kyle Jackson on defense.
And the ultimate trapper is Zach Currier, right? He's the best out there to do that because of his ability to play both ways. And when you're on defense and he goes to offense, he plays at an elite level.
Duca goes down, DeLuca goes down and makes a good save. Ground ball, goal line extended. Who's going to come out of there with it? Chaos does.
Short reset, just the 32, but these are the types of kind of scrappy plays that Chaos need to turn immediately into offense. Don't settle it down, don't reset. Try to get a bang-bang goal right out of that scramble.
Yeah, the 6v6 today is not going to be their strong suit with so many players still out. Coming from the NLL, which wrapped up their season last night. Minikis, there you see the quickness, comes upfield.
Very two-handed, too, when you watch him at Georgetown. Just really impressed with his ability to go both ways.
Sin can't get it off before the shot clock drops. And to your point, Boyle, when you have an unsettled situation, if you're Chaos today, you really got to take advantage of every one of those opportunities. They did not, so it's a turnover.
Kelly's got a lot of green here.
Behind the Sowers. Caraway near side. Opted to keep it, look for another cutter. Walker couldn't handle the pass, picked up by Reardon. Chaos still looking for their first goal.
Watch inside!
Minikis tried to feed it inside.
You know, we talk about the transition and Chaos having to strike in transition. CJ Costabile, who's a long stick midfielder, led all defensive players in the PLL in scoring. I think he needs to be involved in that offensive scheme too.
Him and Jared Newman, who has the fastest shot in the league, can they go from D to O? That's gonna be the recipe for Chaos. Right here, you gotta push in transition before the Waterdogs can get back.
That's what Patrick Resch is trying to do.
There's a big sensitivity on this Waterdogs bench from Randy Copeland, their head coach, to defend the two in transition. He wants his defense to step up when Newman come down, when Costabile, when Troy Ray. They want to deny the two in transition.
Rapidly moving first quarter here, already under 6 to play. Chaos looking for their first goal after 2 quick from the Dogs. Zach Jasinski, Ohio State Buckeye, tried to feed it to a cutting Smithers. Ryan Smith couldn't handle it.
You love the Canadian nicknames.
Oh, of course.
Smithers, you got to say it the right way.
Smithers. Minikis tried to feed it inside again to Smithers. Pass goes wide. Jasinski can't track it down. It's a turnover. Witcher now feels it, looking to dodge, and couldn't get much on that shot, but it'll stay with the Waterdogs.
You mentioned Witcher before. He grew up in a hotbed, Huntington, Long Island. Ended up going to York College in PA, Southern PA. Completely fell through the radar as a high school recruit.
Very good. Hey, Big Little coming. Big Little coming.
Sowers, now he's got his defender hung up, and it's a shorty.
It's a problem for Chaos. You got to support this matchup. Here come the firecracker feet.
To Kelly. Caraway near side. Kelly up top.
Caraway's got to catch that shot ready after that rotation.
Sowers again coming off a pick, gets the shorty. He'll shoot. Blaze got a piece. Bowen with a great ground ball. Tips it to himself. Glacini trying to clear it. Over to Minikis.
Good there, Randy. All alone, Randy. Ball top left. Center. Ball top left. Ball top center. One way, Hickey. One way, Hickey. Kick down.
Chaos trying to find their rhythm a little bit here early, having a tough time. Will Perry, he can shoot, but just like that.
You talk to Andy Towers and the camp experience up in Albany. One of the players he highlighted, Will Perry, known as a sharp-shooting midfielder at the University of North Carolina. He's got the wrists, he's got the torque, He's got chaos on the board.
Well, looking forward to playing in the Buckeyes' new stadium there. One by Tucci. He can shoot too, but Blaze not going to get beat on that low shot.
And Blaze is always fantastic, but today he's got to be even more of an X factor than he is typically.
I would agree with you 100%. I think we were talking before the game. For Chaos to win this game, they're going to have to hold the Waterdogs to under 10.
It's going to have to be a rock fight. 9-8, 8-7, something in that range.
But when you have Blaze, you like your chances because he makes
Big little.
a shot like that
Right.
look so routine in terms of his saving ability.
So here's Menikis. Tough angle shot, checked by Randall. That's a really good battle today. 44 in black on 7 in white. Jackson, he takes a shot. Luka didn't get a piece of it, so 7 seconds to shoot.
Chaos are going to start a substitution pattern early. So Higgins has an opportunity to double team here.
Perry couldn't get anything on that shot, and the shot clock horn sounds.
Yeah, had he played there by 41 in black, Higgins. Chaos substitute off, but they run on Jared Newman, fastest shot in the league. So what do? Do you double team and support, or do you potentially give up a 2-pointer to Newman? I thought he played that really well.
If you're the Waterdogs now, Andy Copeland's looking for just a better possession in terms of ball movement. It's been all ISO heavy. They have not swung the ball from weak side or from strong side to weak side. There's been no ball reversal. There's been a lot of standing around and watching one guy ISO.
Like that. Cardo tied for the league lead in points per game last year. The beneficiary of a lot of passes from number 22.
And one thing that Chaos are doing defensively is they're double pulling. So they're putting a short stick on Jake Caraway, the attackman. That affords them to bump up a long pull to another midfielder like a Hannah who's used to initiating the offense. So Quint, that might be something that's throwing them off a little bit early on.
You guys hit on it. The general sense here, the Waterdogs are a big favorite in this game. The onus of pressure is on their side. And I think that's not an easy spot, especially to open the season with a game you're expected to win.
And defending champs.
Oh, that's a good look. Shot wide by Jasinski. Backed up by Chaos, but just 12 seconds to shoot.
Randy on your right. Hey, on your
Menikis
left.
gotta watch his heels on
On
that
your
end
left.
line. Comes off a pick. Now he's got the shorty on him. Means he'll get a look, but can't get anything on the shot. 6 seconds now for Chaos.
Just close, Randy. Just close, Randy.
And for these short clock for Chaos, it's all about protecting the defensive side. So they've already got substitutions behind the play. It is all defense first for them today.
You mentioned the double pull, so they're putting all of the pressure up top in terms of who they need to defend. It's twofold for the Chaos, though, because in transition, your poles are your best shooters, too. So when you put a Costabile and maybe a Newman up top, you're going after some of the strength of the Waterdogs, but if you do make the stop, you are in a better transition mode.
Final 20 seconds of this first quarter. Ricardo. Caraway got a look and scores.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Compare and contrast to the previous one. Caraway caught it, looking to move the ball. Shooter's got to shoot. In this instance, he catches it shot ready. He's got a short stick closing out on him, so more space, more distance to work with. Great find by McCardle on this skip pass. You can see Resch start to recover and close out, and Caraway uses him as a screen. Watch him drop his stick and shoot right around him. Too much heat.
McCardle quietly led the league in assists a season ago. And the lefty, when he drives, the perfect complement to that is a righty shooter who can set his feet and let it rip. Now, the beauty of McCardle is he's not just a passer. He can beat you off the dribble, so you have to respect him. So if he draws a slider, if he draws eyes, Caraway's going to get opportunities.
Yeah, he was a 2020 guy last year in terms of goals and assists. 9 years in lacrosse, professional lacrosse, without a title before winning one last year with the Waterdogs. Big moment for him. Turnover here with just 3 seconds left to go. Can the Dogs get a shot? They'll take one here, and Blaze not having to make the save, but an opportunity for the Waterdogs. 1 quarter in the books. The defending champs opening up against Chaos with a 3-1 lead as we head to the second. Fans are out here on a beautiful day in Albany. Players glad the season is underway. We'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
I'm with Andy Towers, Chaos head coach. A little bit of an uphill swim that this game will be, or uphill run. You don't swim uphill, you run uphill.
I don't think so, yeah.
What's the biggest challenge right now?
You know, I think our offense is a little anxious. I think we're looking good at the face-off X. I think Rowlett and the wings are battling really well. I think we're playing some good team defense. I think Blaze is stopping the ball, seeing it really, really well. I'd like to see us generate some higher quality opportunities within the framework of what we've practiced offensively. You know, I think some guys are out there making some great plays individually, but at the end of the day, we're going to be most dangerous when all 6 guys are connected.
Brian Minikis looks to be your primary dodger, penetrator.
Yep.
What have you seen from him in camp?
His feet are something special, is what they are. And his ability to score off the dodge, his willingness to feed, but also his unselfishness to hit the outlet and give us an opportunity to exploit that 5-on-4 before they recover defensively is something that I think is unique and something we're going to be able to build on throughout the season.
Thank you, Coach.
Luka makes the save, had to.
You also see Minikis and his ability to draw a slide, too. Like, if you watch the Waterdogs, they're supporting that matchup. Minikis is a rookie, but he's well known in terms of his explosiveness and his ability to dodge, and he will draw a slide.
Yeah, that was a good-looking possession by Chaos offensively. Can they replicate it?
Watch out here, Costabile too high.
That turnover by the Waterdogs, they were offsides clearing the ball, so that was the violation that gave the ball back to Chaos.
A 14 single, which would be a single invert, or 1-4-1 set.
Can hear the instructions being barked out.
Yep, 14 minnow single. That's Minikis behind the goal. That's the player they want to feed often.
And they had a moving pick there on Bradley Voigt, number 8. Thought he got away with one earlier in the game.
Hey, gotta get through. Gotta get through.
Sowers now picked up by a shorty. And that's not only a shorty, it's Will Perry on the defensive end for Chaos. He quickly gets off. Walker over to Kelly. He can shoot from distance. Opts not to this side, but a great feed into Walker, and Blaze makes the save.
Waterdogs had a 6-on-5 because Will Perry just ran off the field in the substitution game. Chaos are lucky that Reardon came up with a huge save on the doorstep.
Monster stop. I mean, look how
Best game sense. Remember, he's a field player much of the year who really understands the shooting mechanics. When he guesses or anticipates, he's right. He's right 80% of the time. He made that good shot look like it was pedestrian.
Saw the replay in our progressive game flow. Pings it off the post. Smithers unlucky that time. Dogs looking to run. Courier, extra pass, tough angle shot from Ricardo.
what Blaze does too is he gets in a shooter's head, right? Because when he's making stops like that, as a shooter, you want to be free-flowing. You want your instincts to take over. But when you have Blaze Reardon in the net, who's the best goalie in the world, you have to think, and you spend that extra beat thinking, and that's where he starts playing mind games on you.
You just saw it in the McCardle shot. He felt like he had to be perfect with that placement as opposed to just getting it on cage.
Are you good, bottom left? Hey, pick's coming right. Good try.
McCardle goal line extended, being checked by Jared Newman. Veteran, one of the team captains on this Chaos team. McCardle got his right hand free though, but sails it over the top. Won by Chaos.
This is a potential matchup that I would want to change if I'm Chaos. They're putting a short stick on Courier. Courier McCardle, that two-man game, they've generated 2 goals in the first quarter. Another good look there. I'd put a poll on Courier to eliminate that two-man game potential.
Jackson looking to dodge on Scarpello. Gets underneath and briefly shoots. That one's wide. Voice you hear is Matty Palem, our lead referee on the game, just making sure everybody was straight before Minicus shows that speed and quickness. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Jasinski with a good feed and a goal by Smithers. Ryan Smith finds the back of the net for Chaos.
This is a beautiful pass and a finish. Why don't you draw it up, Boyle?
Yeah, freeze it right here. You're going to get a couple dogs ball watching. So you see this right here. Jasinski, he's looking at this cross crease feed. You're going to get a dive on the backside pipe by Ryan Smith. So that little help, there's no second slide, no support inside. Some ball watching and really unnecessary help there, I think, by Waterdogs creating offense.
The back pipe cut, right? A lot of times you lose your angle. What Ryan Smith did at the very last second of that cut made all the world of a difference because he caught it and then he started moving back to the middle of the field so he didn't lose his angle.
A little bit of a twister at the end, too, to beat DeLuca.
Cotter, I got to mention Jasinski from Alabama, first player in pro lacrosse history from Birmingham.
That's a good point. You talk about the growth of the game in the Deep South, and Zach Currier is banged up a little bit here. Flags all over the field. This is a big moment here. If Currier looks okay, he's walking off.
Number 10, 1 minute, slash.
Currier will get him back. I would guarantee that, knowing Zach.
And it's a 1 minute power play for the Waterdogs.
Jasinski, as Quint was mentioning, from Alabama, grew up a competitive dirt bike rider too, motocross.
Which is a physical sport for those in the know. Here's the slash right there by Ray. That hurts.
Sowers led the league last year in power play goals, number 22.
Quarterbacks from up top. He can rip it, so can Walker.
Watch your side, skip! Skip! Hey, go. Hey, good pass. Hey, good. Watch skip!
Waterdogs probing. Blaze with the initial save, can't find it, but he has a teammate to help him out. Rowlett's gonna try and clear it.
Didn't love that shot by Caraway.
Not against Blaze.
Felt you had the defense rotating, keep that ball moving, get it to Sowers in and around the goal line or behind the cage. Looked like a kind of an impatient shot there by Caraway.
Watch Cotter.
And now Smith and company can work this man down clock all the way down until they're back to even strength than they are right now with Evans in. Chaos subbing in offensive players. Shot clock down to 10. Perry swim dodge, got his left hand free, but it hits a defender. That one's picked up by Gobrecht. Now we might get it offside. Got all kinds of yelling and screaming. I think that's what we're going to get against Waterdogs.
Second offsides penalty there. They're in such a rush to get upfield. They got to stay disciplined.
Pole goal. That might be the first of several we see today from Chaos, and it's Troy Ray. These guys can fire from distance.
And the poles can hit from deep. Newman shoots over 100 miles an hour. Costabile led the league in points from the defensive position. And Troy Ray, back home in Albany, letting it fly from deep. The Chaos with their defense and Big Blaze, they're not going anywhere.
But we're giving them too much possession time through just some mistakes of our own. So we got to clean that stuff up and then to settle in and play lacrosse.
What needs to change on offense?
Well, we got to go ahead and stop going offsides, first of all. I'd love to go ahead and get a little bit more time, and I think we're just not getting into the second layer of our offense. Right now, it's kind of like it's a little bit too dodge and shoot right now.
One and done.
Yep, that's exactly right. There it is again. So,
thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you, Coach, and Q. Yeah, right on cue, exactly.
Trailer!
Trying to get early offense. Didn't work for either team, and now we're back where we started with chaos in the ball after the faceoff win by Rowlett.
It's a common word you hear this weekend, layers of offense. Ryan and Paul, explain to the fans what they mean by layers of offense.
Yeah, you've got your initial action. Typically against a great defense like Chaos, you don't expect to generate a quality look off of that. You got to dodge, pass, and then get in your secondary and tertiary looks from that.
Jasinski, who had a nice assist just moments ago, number 50 in white, gets to Minikis. Shoots with a lot of pace on it, but high.
And in simple terms, too, if you want Michael Sowers to dodge and score, he doesn't start with the ball. Like, get him off of a lot of ball movement, where your midfield might be the first initiation, but then it gets to 22 in black.
Or have him even touch the ball. I mean, he's not touching the ball on some of these.
Let's listen to Blaze Reardon under the helmet, powered by Cash App, as the Waterdogs look to clear it and get into their offensive zone.
Hey, good match up! Match up! Troy, you got ball. Hey, rush, alert, rush. Hey, we're good. Top center. Hey, pick. You're good. No roll back. Hey, who's hot? You're good. Sit. Get up. Hey, you're good. Cutters. Hey, you're good. Hey, who's hot? Hey, we're white. Hey, gotta be ready to go here. Match up. Hey, press it. Bowen, no shot there. You're good. Sit.
Behind the back shot.
Yeah.
Get the chest protector from Reardon. You can hear that on the mic'd up. Smith thought about taking the shot, did not. Q, that has to bring back a lot of memories here in the chatter. Goalies throughout the years, we've heard it from them.
You know, to be clear with your defense and consistent with your terminology, and then to be a step ahead. You know, when that ball swung behind the net, cutters. You're alerting the defense, the interior defense, that their man may flash towards the crease.
Hey, what's Cutty?
It is constant, non-stop. You can even hear it when we don't have Blaze mic'd up.
And
your voice should be like Janis Joplin at the end of a game if you're a goaltender.
And awareness around personnel. You can hear him directing Bowen, the rookie. Get out. That was on Kelly. Given the range, you just saw Kelly fire one wide that last shot.
Boyle, and there's certain guys you got to babysit as a goalie, honestly. You know what your strong links are defensively. You know who's a liability, especially midfielders. Like a guy like Carcaterra, 19, gets stuck on defense, man. We got to help him out.
Blaze, it's Kark in the booth. What's non-negotiable when you communicate with your defense?
We're trying to limit goals under 10 seconds, and we're not trying to get beat the guy's strength. So a lot of these guys on this end have played in this league. We know guys' tendencies, and we're trying to make them score other ways here.
Right.
Appreciate that, Blaze. Minikis, good look on the far side. DeLuca makes the initial save. Ball loose in front. That's dangerous. Smith with the pass and a goal. Finished off by Brad Voigt. Great awareness from Ryan Smith.
That's exactly the type of play I was referencing earlier. These ground balls, these scrambles in the offensive end. Don't reset, don't reorganize. Live in the chaos, pardon the pun, but go right to the cage and try to take advantage.
And this is dangerous for the Waterdogs, because if chaos hangs around, you see the ferocious ride back with the opportunity for Bubba Voigt. A backhand pass and a beautiful finish. When you have this defense and you have the best goalie in the world, do not let them hang around.
With their first lead of the day, 4-3, and they trot out there number 73 in white with his jersey tucked into his shorts.
I love the look. It reminds me of my Uncle Carmine back in the day, rolling up to Sunday dinner, all business.
The black Cadillac with the Chihuahua on his shoulder. Italian horn and cross necklace in full view. Timeout, Chaos.
So here you got the one player up top, one player behind the goal, 4 across the middle.
So Jackson quarterbacking. Up to Minikis up top. Minikis dodges, shoots over the top, stays with Chaos.
And that's the versatility you have with Minikis, because you can have him in a 1-4 up top or behind.
Jackson collides with the defender, goal line extended, tries to back in, he's in the crease. They're gonna blow it, turnover. Final minute of play here in the first half. And now Coach Copeland's going to call timeout.
For the Chaos, it's a little bit of pick your poison here.
So Walker puts it in play. Glacini, the short stick, is on Walker. And Walker's going to get it back.
Slow, slow, slow. Watch the pop. You're good. We're good. Hey, you're good. Hey, hey.
That's Picard out. You heard Coach Copeland say we're going to start with him now. So this is where they're going to start the offense with 6 from X. Comes back upfield on Newman. Gets underneath Newman. Bouncer shot. Dangerous shot, but it goes over the top. Still 10 seconds. Sowers. Now we get a flag.
I thought that was a hold on Rowlett, right? When Sowers was coming up goal line extended, Rowlett was all over him.
You can't. Chaos foul, 99, 30-second technical hold.
It's the right call.
I love it how Matt Halem stops himself. You can't. Oh, I might.
It is the right call, as you'll see. I think the issue on the Chaos sideline was that the flag was thrown a little late. I thought he got away with
Every quarter starts with a face-off, so they won't hold the ball here. This is a rule difference between college and pro, so they'll try to get a shot here.
Carlo's going to get a look. Low, but Blaze makes a stop, fires it down to the other end. That's going to end the half. PLL on ESPN is powered by Ticketmaster. Chris Cotter, Paul Carcaterra, Ryan Boyle, Quint Kessenich down on the field. 4-3 our score as we get set to start the second half. Let's take a look at the highlights of the first half, RB.
It's pretty simple for Chaos. The formula is Reardon in cage and Rowlett at the face-off stripe. Blaze Reardon fantastic in that first half. 11 saves inside, then all over it. Outside, forget about it, Carc.
And Rowlett, the rookie, you look at his toughness, his ability to scrap. He's at 77% at the stripe, just giving the Chaos opportunities to hold the rock. Blaze Reardon, as good as he is, no one is stopping Jake Caraway with a giddy up at 106. Pure smoke.
Take a look at our first half stats. Roughly even across the board. Blaze's 11 saves really jumps out at you. The turnovers a little more chaotic for Chaos, but they've made the most of the ones they've gotten on their offensive end, and that's what has led to this 4-3 lead. We saw the face-off numbers as well for the rookie Nick Rowlett. He's got a new mentor on the sideline with him too, as Max Adler is here. Came down from Buffalo last night after the Bandits won the NLL championship. Good for him for even getting up.
No sleep, Cotter.
No sleep, not an ounce of sleep.
0.
Celebrated all night long, and then what a teammate to come down here and be a part of this opener for the Chaos.
You know Max pretty well.
Yeah, really well. He works at ESPN. Great guy. He's a great teammate, great leader. He wanted to be here for this, and also to be a mentor of sorts to Nick Rowlett, making his first professional debut.
Whose success continues, and that was a huge face-off win. They were able to kill off this power play.
A smart play that time by Zinn, who opted not to take a shot, just run some clock. Even strength now. Jackson will put it in. Goal line extended, comes upfield. That's a tough shot, but he had some screens in front of him. Wide of the target. Minikis Tracks it down with 14 to shoot.
On your right, Randy. Left. Inside roll.
Watch a roll back here. Instead up top to Zinn, shoots. Luka with the save.
There by Luka. Here come the Waterdogs.
Waterdogs out quickly. Dean Burns. Caraway. He'll get it to Sauer X.
Take a look at McCardle on the wing, 6 and black. He's getting his opportunities. 0 for 7 shooting in that first half. Obviously, you have to solve the puzzle of Blaze Reardon, but the opportunities are there for McCardle.
Courier with a full head of steam now was right to his left again. Blaze just going down and making the save, and quickly outlets. Bowen tried to get rid of it before he absorbed contact, couldn't do it. He'll stay with Chaos though.
Blaze makes it look easy. His 12th save, and if you don't beat him with ball movement, if you don't challenge him with ball movement, that is move his eyes, move his feet from pipe to pipe. He's right now he's clicking at around 80% in this game. The Waterdogs have got to do a better job of getting some ball movement.
Change levels on your shot too. Courier there had his stick low and his shot low.
Perry over to Jasinski. Skip pass. How did it get through traffic? It did, but Minikis couldn't quite handle it. Maddie resets it after the turnover.
These refs will log over 7 miles today in both games combined. Saw them this morning loading up.
And that's back-to-back days too. That's 2 games yesterday and 2 games today for the majority of them. Sowers. See the attention he draws from the defense. Now they'll swing it near side to Caraway. On the shorty, slide comes, but Caraway sends it high. 17 to shoot for the Waterdogs. Defending champs, down a goal here in the third quarter. To the team they beat in the title game last September. Caraway with the extra pass. Here's Walker. Under 10 to shoot. He's gonna have to let it rip. Caraway will from beyond the arc. Way too high. So another offensive possession for the Waterdogs goes without really great scoring opportunity. And as much as the Chaos were having a hard time getting into their offensive rhythm in the first quarter, I feel like since then it's been Waterdogs in that same role.
Hey, it's coming on your left. On your left.
And Clark, you made this point a couple of times already today. The longer the belief is there for Chaos, the tougher they're going to be to beat.
Well, you're going to control the ball, right? You stop Waterdogs offense with Blaze, and then you continue that momentum in terms of strangling the ball with the rookie Rowlett, who's been dominant at the stripe. This is going to be frustrating for guys like Michael Sowers, who's not even on the scoreboard yet. Front runner maybe for league MVP. As this game continues to percolate offensively, you start getting antsy if you're the Waterdogs.
Substitution game might work in their favor, but they cannot beat Blaze.
Flag.
Foul on Chaos 13, 30-second technical, offsides.
The Waterdogs created a little advantage in the substitution game. Chaos is trying to react a little too quickly to get that extra defender in.
Get is guilty of the violation, so it'll be a 30-second man up for the Dogs.
It's an important opportunity for this Waterdogs team. And we haven't heard much from Ryan Conrad or Connor Kelly.
Caraway shoots off target. Sowers check it at the top. Now Kelly from distance. He scores! That's a 2-point goal. Well, Q, right on cue. That was an important power play, and they got 2 out of it.
Well, he led the league in 2 balls a season ago. He's your hired stretch shooter. You can't beat Blaze unless you're changing levels. The old school high bouncer. Waterdogs now up. Tough as nails. They play so physical, so hard. Jack Rowlett is a tremendous mentor, obviously, to his brother, but to people like Will Bowen, too, who is one of his players this year. Jack Rowlett, a defensive coach at Georgetown, and helped kind of groom a guy like Bowen for this opportunity.
And we're talking about Nick a lot. Jack, meanwhile, has held Sauer scoreless.
Randy on your right.
Nick has
on
won
your
9
right.
of 11 draws today. I mean, he has really dominated Tucci at the stripe. That has been a big story in this game. Minikis has his defender, Randall, hung up, looking for a cutter. Instead, that shot clock winding down, he opts to just dump it in the corner.
Yeah, and at a certain point, Minikis has just got to drive to the rack there.
That's a rookie.
Yep, patiently waiting for a cutter, somebody to free up. At a certain point, just take matters in your own hands late in the clock.
Gas it.
Yep.
You know, you mentioned Jack Rowlett. Sowers is 0 for 4 shooting. No goals, no assists, just completely taken out of the game, right? The flow of the Waterdogs offense. You got to credit this defense along with Blaze.
There's Kelly. Cassini's all over him, dumps him, and now there's no flag either. Just a great defensive play by the short stick, Mark Cassini.
And they trusted the short stick matchup there. You could hear slow.
What was that, slow to go on the slide?
Yeah, that was Jamie Hanford, Booger, defensive coordinator.
They had Geddes covering Kelly there. They were trusting that one-on-one matchup.
Jasinski, one-handed pass. That's ill-advised. It ends up being a turnover.
Yeah, 31 in the shot clock. Just pull that out, right? Live to fight another day.
Last year, they led the league in terms of 45% of their possessions ended in a turnover. So carryover from last year.
Truly chaos on both ends of the field.
Chaos have done a nice job defending any Waterdogs transition. Remember, at the end of last year, the Waterdogs got their running game going pretty good. That hasn't been the case today.
Walker coming out of the box. Instead gives up to Hannah. Hits the pipe. And Hannah got a really good look. Now he gets it back. Swim dodge to get free, gets his left free. Bounce shot. Blaze is there. Rebound. Try to get it to Caraway inside. Instead, Troy Ray comes out of there with it.
One other thing I'm seeing from Chaos. They were last in the league in ground balls a season ago. They're out ground balling the Waterdogs, and I'm finding that they're playing with a little more urgency, a little more physicality.
You heard Andy Towers on the sideline there. He wanted to call intensity. I mean, how intense was that, Q?
It was great. It was great. Both of these big guys are 5 yards out.
I mean, they are some big, that is, like I said, that's the biggest staff in all of PLL. They are not one to be trifled with. And they've got to be pleased with the fact that their team is just hanging in there right now with the defending champs, as undermanned as they are. That's a good look. And DeLuca makes the save, though.
This is just one of those games, the next goal, the next goal is so critical.
Such a grinding game. The next goal might be the last goal. Chaos rather get it back. Still have 21 seconds to shoot here with Zinn. Voigt. Nothing doing. It looks like Minikis didn't really see that pass. Had a little bit too much on it for him to handle. Turnover.
Yeah, kind of a weird trajectory. Almost threw him a twister pass.
Tripped him up a little bit. Once again, another turnover, empty offensive possession. First 2 games of this opening weekend were up and down, high-scoring affairs. A lot of behind the backs, between the legs. This game has been all about defense, goaltending. Kelly, bounce shot.
This is like a brawl in a phone booth, right?
Yeah, it is. Andy Towers and his staff couldn't have drawn it up any better for them right now. And it's up to Sowers and the Waterdogs to change that tempo. Conrad. Kelly can't really get anything on the shot.
There's the length of Bowen. When you watch him through his collegiate career at North Carolina and then Georgetown, 24 in white. Connor Kelly thinks he has a step. Once he takes the stick away from his body to shoot, the wingspan of Bowen takes over.
And I just didn't love that approach by Waterdogs. You had a short stick on Courier. Why not go back to that same big little, one long pole, one short stick? Courier and McCardle, that two-man game, that's given them a lot of success. And it was sitting there for the taking.
Chaos showing some patience here. 6v6. Minikis down the alley. Alley gets it to Jackson, who's gonna inverted X. He's got the pole Goldbrecht on him. Good look inside, but couldn't catch the ball, though. Unfortunately, it was Jacob Patterson, and that gave DeLuca an opportunity.
That's 2 layups for Patterson that he needs to can.
Delayed call against Chaos here.
Great handle by McCardle to save that possession.
Witcher gets the pass from Sowers in the quarter. Goes under a minute, but we're going to get the call here as Reard makes the save.
Chaos foul, number 50, 1 minute, slash.
And given the lack of success Waterdogs have had offensively, these power plays are just gift-wrapped opportunities by Chaos.
And exactly a minute left to go in this third quarter, so Jack Jasinski will go to the box.
You make the call, yeah. Jasinski gets him in the head. Wasn't extremely forceful, but
there's no gray area there, though, right?
Nope.
Contact with the head, instant penalty.
My concern, though, is on the other end for Chaos, where they're getting these layups and Patterson back-to-back. DeLuca just gobbling it up.
Sowers up top. Over to Caraway near side. Sowers inside, gets crunched.
Oh, wow.
Big hit by Newman. And he couldn't get anything on the shot, so it was an easy save for Reardon to make.
That's how you collapse the crease. It looks like Waterdogs are a little disorganized there in their power play.
Look at our progressive game flow on the hit.
Yeah, that's big boy hitting someone who's known for his speed and his quickness. Yeah, 220 on like
165.
Yeah.
10. It's not a battle you're going to win very often. Jackson, though, under 10 seconds. Just harassed by Goldbrecht. Now Randall comes to help out. Get a flag on the play as the horn sounds to end this. Not a high-scoring third quarter, but eventful nonetheless.
Not what we're doing. Waterdogs foul, number 25. 1 minute, slash. End of the quarter, we'll face off to start the fourth.
So Eli Goldbrecht's guilty of the slash. Chaos will be man up to start the third quarter. Hanging around against the defending champs. Down it goes as we head to the final quarter. Waterdogs up top, 5-4. We'll be back after this message and a word from our local ABC stations. Welcome back to the PLL on ESPN. It's powered by Ticketmaster. We're heading to the fourth quarter. Chris Cotter along with Paul Carcaterra, Ryan Boyle, Quint Kessenich on the sideline. We're even strength right now for at least the next few seconds, and Rowlett continues to be impressive at the face-off dot. So now Chaos is a man up as Jack Jasinski is released from his penalty.
How big has Nick Rowlett been? Chaos was 42% on the season last year at the stripe. Today they're over 80% to win a critical face-off and now be on the power play. This could change.
But with the 32-second shot clock, now that it's under 10 already, you wonder if they've taken a timeout there.
Need to get a look here. They'll get it from Perry. Know that he's opposite to make the extra pass, and Smith can't bury it. Perry, that's his specialty from that spot. Chose not to shoot it. Gave it off to Smith for a little bit of a tougher angle shot, even though he was closer to the cage, and it didn't work.
And there you see a kind of an unintended consequence of the 32-second shot clock after a face-off win. You don't get the same juice from that power play.
I agree, and you mentioned the timeout. The fourth quarter just starting, but you do have 2 if you're Chaos. That could have been a critical moment in the game.
Especially with goals so hard to come by in this game.
Yeah, it's early, but you know that power play, that's a golden opportunity.
They don't grow on trees.
Yeah.
Back to even strength for the Waterdogs. Sowers. Defender hung up, gets it to McCardle. Spins free, now he's got a shorty on him, extended. Sowers, jump shot. As the shot clock was winding down, they're going to rule a shot clock violation.
Chaos ball.
Sin with the ball, number 3 in white. He's a burner. This Chaos team without a lot of regular starters who were playing in the NLL Championship last night, the final game for the Buffalo Bandits, won by the Bandits over the Colorado Mammoth. They will be rejoining this team in the days and weeks to come. And it'll be a completely different look. But for Andy Towers and this Chaos team, if they could get a win today, it's like stealing a win. And getting their season off to a great start. Jasinski scores again.
Jack Jasinski from Alabama, 2 points on the day. All from behind the cage, attacks up cage, upfield, little inside roll. Earlier you saw the slide come early. He distributes here, it's late. And somehow he sneaks that by DeLuca, near side, near pipe.
Quint, we were talking pregame about Jasinski. You watched a ton of him at Ohio State. You kind of smelled his performance.
Yeah, well, all shapes and sizes. You know, that's one of the great things about this game. Jasinski is 5'8", maybe 170 pounds, but he's really fast and he's nifty around the goal. You know, Nick Myers, when he was a Buckeye, used him a lot in the invert game, and he's comfortable in those tight spaces. So he can beat you off the dodge. He's quick enough, and he's fearless in terms of jamming the ball inside and finishing in tight quarters. Tough cover. He's just small, so it's a tough cover for some of the giant defenders in this league.
The approach, you want to be on the hips, but when you have a guy that's small, it's a really tough approach in terms of the pressure.
Hannah pushes off to get some space, and Blaze makes the save. Tracked down by Courier. No one's better on the ground with a short stick than Zach Courier, but he steps on the sideline. Now they're going to give a timeout. Are they going to give a timeout before he went out? I think they are. Copeland's going to get the timeout. So the Waterdogs retain possession with 8:42 left to go in this game, all knotted up at 5.
My teammates last night, and then I have teammates here who supported me through the NLL Championship and the NLL playoffs, and Coach Towers is a big supporter of us doing that and finishing the job, so just wanted to be out with, you know, my other teammates, and it ended up working out, so I'm happy I'm here.
How do you describe the bond that exists through these professional lacrosse players? Because I watch you here, you're handing out water to these guys during huddles.
I mean, it's doing whatever you can to help your teammates perform at their best, and you know, being able to win a championship bonds you for life, so that's what it's all about. It's really about the relationships, and for me, I want to be known as the best teammate. I don't really care about what people think of my on-the-field career. I just want to be a great teammate.
Why is Nick Rowlett having so much success?
Man, he looks absolutely unbelievable. I think he's having the best rookie performance out of anyone, not even face-off guys, anyone in the PLL. The way he's able to not only win the face-off, but pick up the ground ball himself. Doesn't really have any turnovers and just making great decisions. I mean, great athlete, good genes. Jack obviously has taught him something.
Thank you, Max. It was yesterday Mike Sisselberger. Today it's Nick Rowlett. Putting money on tape, man.
Yeah, no question about it. Both rookie face-off guys really contributing to their team's success.
And there's the shake of another rookie Brian Minikis. 7 in white is the guy you want to have the ball in terms of initiating and going after the Waterdogs. That's your matchup.
Evan Sin just fell. The turf monster got him. But look at the hustle to get it back, though. That's a great play by 3 in white. Lost the ball, didn't give up on the play, got possession back. As we look at progressive game flow on the left.
Evan Zinn has not played this much offense in over 3 years. He graduated Johns Hopkins in 3 years, which is amazing. Transfers to Virginia, they make him a defensive midfield. Now he's back where he started, running offensive shifts.
He's an old school ice pick there.
Yeah.
Caused the turnover.
Quint's talking about Zinn graduating Hopkins in 6 is amazing because it took him 6 years to graduate from Hopkins.
No,
Twice as long.
my mom couldn't afford that, Carc. It was 4.
It was 4 or else. How about that or else? Kyle Jackson.
KJ has some game off the left side, goal line extended, RB.
He yanks this top shelf. One of the few guys that can create his own shot here. Gets a step, drops his stick low. Top shelf, Chaos up top.
Need to take this draw at the stripe.
With that violation, Tucci won't be able to take the next face-off.
Yeah, they've been running Ryle and Reese out there when they have to sub for Tucci for any reason, and that's a reason right there. So we'll see Reese next time around, jump the whistle, and Rowlett wins another one. Jackson, Goldbrett comes around the pick. Near side here to Will Perry. Perry fires it high. What a catch, backing it up, though. Might need another look. The shot clock winds down, and the horn sounds for the violation.
It was a heady play by Jackson, just getting something towards the end line, allowing them to substitute, get their defensive personnel on the field. It's a subtle play by the veteran Jackson there.
Not to mention catching that. If he didn't catch it, the shot clock gets exhausted. Gave another opportunity.
Hey, we're good. Hey, Indy, invert.
We haven't called Conrad's name all game.
I think there's a lot of players in black we haven't really called their name, don't you think? I mean, we just haven't only gotten 5 goals.
Kelly, Conrad, Curry.
Yeah, flag down. Shot or pass, I'm not sure from Kelly, but it was wide. Now we'll get the call.
Stand, but you jumped into his head.
That's never good.
Chaos 99, 1 minute, illegal body check.
Jack Rowlett will sit for a minute.
You look at this defense as Rowlett walks off and he's not thrilled. You add Will Bowen, who was the National Defender of the Year at Georgetown in 2022, as we take another look. Right side of the screen. What do you think, RB?
They're going to be sensitive around any contact to the head.
Sowers. Okay.
He paid the price. There could have been laundry thrown there, too. Sowers got lit up.
And he lights the lamp. And they need it. I appreciate that, Michael. Cash App powering athletes under the helmet.
This is a slugfest.
Yeah, and good game, though. I mean, it's like completely different from the 2 games that were great that we had yesterday.
But that's why you love the league, right? Different ways to win.
6-6 under 5. Conrad, you mentioned, haven't talked about him very much. Here's McCardle. He's been shut out for the most part today as well. Off target.
And one personnel change on that last faceoff. They let Courier face off instead of Reese. By winning that, he's now got Rowlett trapped on defense.
73 in white, trapped on the defensive end. That's not where he wants to be. Sowers now. Maybe renewed life after that goal, but Blaze does such a great job anticipating that pass and picking it off. Tried to get it to Rowlett, but it's a turnover. Watch out here. McCardle's going to get a good look. That extra pass. Courier scores! What a goal! How many fakes could he possibly have on that goal?
The patience
It starts with the ride and creating the turnover. Great effort here, chasing down Reardon. That pass just a little off the mark. Witcher picks it up, quickly moves the ball, and then watch these extra fakes by Courier. And then the reach around by Blaze, who tries to close the wickets, eliminating the 5-hole, but Courier wisely extends his stick to create that extra angle and get around Blaze.
The first fake, he gets the 2 defenders out of the way, but I thought he lost his angle. And it just shows you that wraparound, so he gets to the fence to kind of get out of the way, so he's one-on-one with Blaze, but that wraparound, that was something else off of a second fake.
Yeah, Courier loves that jump behind the cage. It gets the goalie thinking near pipe, and then he just extends his stick to the far pipe.
Who can beat their man? Kyle Jackson answered the bell on a prior possession, but Brian Minikis, only a rookie with the ball right now. He is an explosive player.
Hit the pipe. Jackson tried to get the rebound. Now we get a whistle. Loose ball hold. Stays with Chaos. Costabile was on that offensive end too, number 9 in white.
5-on-5 now. This is more room to operate as there's some shenanigans up by the 50.
Flag way down, Cotter. Look down to your right. There's a flag. Something happened as the guys were coming off the field on the substitution.
Yeah, right in the middle of the field.
Waterdogs foul, number 15. 30-second technical interference.
I'll tell you what happened. When Conrad was trying to push Costabile over the midfield line such that he could substitute off the field and get defensive personnel. It's just an undisciplined play by Conrad. Just marry Costabile, attach him at the hip and sub off, or just stay there and play 5-on-5D.
5 yards away from Matt Palem. You couldn't miss it.
Best power play unit in the PLL last year, but a lot of new faces.
Minikis in front. Has that pass inside, missing the target. That was a really good look that time by Jacob Patterson again.
Not too high, KJ.
Patterson's that crease attackman, but he's misfired on a couple of occasions. Perry, that's his spot.
It is his spot.
Get it on target.
You've seen enough of that over the years at North Carolina. That is the baby fridge, William Perry's spot.
Tight angle, Jackson.
That ball deflected,
yeah,
back to even.
Yeah, looking for a reset on the shot clock, and they get it to 32 seconds. So even strength, but they do get an extra 32, so extended offensive possession here for Chaos. Here, Towers yelling for Smithers. That's Ryan Smith to get to X.
You guys like that? I'm standing next to him, or I can move away from him.
No, I appreciate it. Jackson. Little underhand shot. Smithers was an X, so he keeps possession.
Ooh, they got a flag here. They're going to get a reset and a flag.
1 minute. Unnecessary roughness. That play is now under review.
They're reviewing this call against Scarpello for unnecessary roughness. So this is under review to see how egregious this unnecessary roughness is. And Scarpello can't believe it.
I'm pretty good at watching TV.
That's good, because that's a business we're in. I appreciate that, Matty.
Look at 50 in black. That's who they call it on. Used his free hand up by the head area. They're going to call it. His free hand.
He gets him right in the helmet, so you see why the flag was thrown.
I don't think there's crazy intent there.
There's definitely no intent. I mean, the hand's already, it looks like he brings it in to protect himself initially and then extends it a little bit afterward, after the contact was initially made.
Well, also, he turns away, right? So if it was egregious and there was an intent, he would obviously go right at him.
Here's what I want to say.
He turned away in a defensive posture to avoid the hit. I think so. I think it'll be a 1 minute. That's what Matt Palem's looking at now. Is it 1 minute? Is it 2 minutes? Is it full time?
1 minute penalty, leaving it. Regular foul.
It's up to his discretion to make that call.
After review, original call stands, 1 minute. Unnecessary roughness, releasable penalty. Chaos is man up.
And on the last Chaos power play, they got good looks. I mean, Perry had a 98-mile-an-hour heater.
Yeah.
Just, you got to put it on cage.
And now we're going to get a timeout.
Smithers is Ryan Smith. Minnow is Minikis.
Yep.
Minikis is going to be the trigger guy, so he's top middle.
Yep.
They're going to be looking for a slow and then into an explosion cut by Patterson, and then they've got skips available if it's there. So here's the slow walk by Patterson behind the cage, and then here comes the explosion.
And the skip, if they skip to anybody, they'd like to get it to 23 right there. Not in a position, though. Here's a skip on the far side behind the back. They obviously want to get it to Patterson in the middle if he's open, but he's not. So Perry now back the other way.
Got to take that.
Minikis will shoot and score! Right on the money.
Time.
Right on the money, RB. Had to take it and took it and buried it.
92 miles an hour of some smoke hugging the top bar.
He had the shot earlier. You just see the ball move around. This is the one I thought he was going to take, and he's got that separation from the defender. Not a clean and aggressive enough closeout here by Burns. You got to step out. That's why I said he's got to take it. They're giving him that shot card.
Yeah, they are, because they're playing Minikis more as a distributor and a passer. Minikis is a dodger who likes to get to the rack. He's not known as a stretch shooter, but he burned him on that spot.
Rowlett wins another draw. Timeout called by Andy Towers. Straight over to that whiteboard. Now he's ready to go.
Ball goes back to KJ. Catch it lefty, KJ. Perry pops out. Smithers pops to the ball. Everybody got it? Ricky, you're going to step right in there. Don't rush it. Here we go.
Watches every single college game in the spring. Complete lacrosse junkie. I've been saying it all afternoon. Minikis is your guy. He's the one player on this team that I think consistently can get separation against anyone because of his speed. He has the ball right now.
Tied up at 7 apiece here in the fourth quarter. Clock ticking down to a minute. What a beautiful trail check. Goldberg can't pick up the loose ball, though. Shot clock winding down. Just had to chuck it from midfield. And DeLuca was able to snag it right out of the air. So here we go the other way, under a minute. Will we get a timeout? They got the full 52 shot clock. No timeouts left on the board, so nothing to call. About a 7-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Still 30 seconds, so plenty of time on the shot clock for the Waterdogs. Hannah down the alley. Now back to Sowers from X.
30 seconds remaining.
Shoots tough angle. How about that? Just like we've seen all day long plays with a great save, robbing Sowers, but now they give it right back. Still 18 seconds, so plenty of time.
They're offsides.
The officials don't see it. Now we get a stop. They got it.
We'll see a timeout chaos here.
I would have tried to clear the ball first and then get the timeout. Obviously, hindsight being 2020.
On the far side. Shot wide of the cage by Rowlett. 2 seconds. Voigt can't get a shot off. We're heading to overtime.
So I'm Tucci. What counter can I pull out here if Rowlett wins the clamp? How can I counter that to try to get my wings involved?
Down.
Loose ball. Rylan Reese picks it up. So possession for the Waterdogs. Shot clock right about 28 seconds. They get into their offense pretty quickly. Sowers will look to get a pick. Didn't have the shot he liked. Gets it to hand up top. Going against his shorty. Shot clock just winding down. They couldn't work any good shot in that possession at all.
His defense has been smothering.
This place just got quiet, eerily quiet.
It's almost like a shock cue that the offense can't get anything going.
And no two games are the same. That's what we've seen over the last 2 days. It's the beauty of this game.
So now with a full 52 for the Chaos, they're able to get into their offense at about 40 seconds.
And you go to Jasinski behind the cage. He's got a goal and an assist. He's matched up on a short stick here.
Here's Minikis. Randall checking him.
Watch inside.
Voigt. Jackson trying to get in front of the goal. Can't do it. Ball picked up by Mazzone. Randall. Scarpello. Next goal wins this game. Scarponi tried to set a pick and does. Boy, that was just wide.
The stadium gets so quiet because if you know the PLL, the no timeout, right? You're on edge because you know the next play could be the final.
And you're on the edge of your seat, especially when this guy has the ball in his cross. 22. Now he has his defender hung up looking for a cutter. Instead, it's Hannah. Rolls, shoots. Blaze is there. Hannah's able to pick up the loose change, though. Fresh shot clock. It'll be 32 seconds for the Waterdogs, so an extended possession here. Conrad. Kelly. Slide comes, he loses his footing. Gets it back, though. He'll have a look here, and he scores the game winner!
Follow the Waterdogs when the game's on the line. That's your guy.